everyone, it's Jessica, and today I have my March favorites. And let's just dive right in. One of my first favorites, and you're gonna laugh because you're gonna be like, Jessica, why are you starting with deodorant? But let's think, how important is deodorant in your lives? Very important, right? At least it is for me. And I've been on the hunt for natural deodorants because, you know, there's so many negative possible side effects in your future when you use deodorants that have certain ingredients, and I'm aware of that, and so I figure, you know, it would be great to switch over now and try and find one that I like, and I've tried way too many, and I finally found one that I like, and it's the Crystal Body Deodorant Roll-On, and this is a liquid, and it's got a roller ball, and it's one of those kind, like, you have to let it dry, so I usually, like, right when I get out of the shower, I'll put it on. That way it's got plenty of time to dry while I'm doing my makeup, hair, etc. But it doesn't have a fragrance really at all, and it has no aluminum chlorohydrate. And really it's based on mineral salts. And so I don't know that there's really anything bad in here. I mean, I don't know that much about deodorant, let's be real, but it actually works. Odor protection wise, it actually works. Now, it doesn't necessarily stop the sweating, but that's not really my main concern. My main concern is odor protection. Very important. There's nothing worse than stinking. So I was really excited to find this. It's like $3, and I bought it at Meijer, but I'm sure you can buy it online. I really, really like it. Another favorite of mine is a foundation. And I just recently hauled this, and it's the CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 that everyone's been talking about for like a million years. And I had it before, and I returned it because I thought it broke me out, and now I got it again because I was like, maybe it wasn't it, and this stuff is amazing. Oh my gosh. It's like stupid good. It's the perfect amount of coverage. I would say it's anywhere from medium to high coverage. It's just buildable. But on its own, I would say it's medium coverage, but it's so nice, and it wears like, when you apply it in the morning, it looks the same halfway through the day and at the end of the day. It's just the only foundation I've tried that actually looks the same. It's better than Revlon Color Stay. Hate to say it, but it is, and that's been my favorite for like 2 years now. But I have it in the shade 805, which is ivory, and I just love it. I love that it has a pump. It's perfect. Now, I like applying this with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and this is just a smaller brush. It's not quite as dense as my Sigma ones that I usually use, but I just really like it, and there's something about it that when I'm applying this foundation with it, I've got dry areas right here, and somehow when I apply these using the brush, it is perfect. It doesn't accent the dry areas, but when I use my Sigma one, somehow my dry areas are even with the same foundation, they just don't look as good. I don't know. So I don't know what it is about these two together, but this brush is amazing. I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, where to next? We'll talk about this. This is my Shady Lady from the Balm palette, and this, it's their volume 1. They have 3 or 4 different volumes. I've showed this a million times. It has the coolest range of colors, and what's so crazy is, you guys know me, I'm usually all about the natural eye, or neutral eye, I should say. But these colors are everything to me. These 3 here at the bottom are my favorites. There's this yellowish one that is just so beautiful on the lid, and then the green, I didn't get a good swatch of that. The green and the blue here are beautiful crease or outer color corners. Outer corner colors. And what I love about them so much is that they are so blendable. They're so pigmented, and yet when you want to blend them together, you can get the most beautiful looks with these. I love this palette, and I think this is my favorite eyeshadow palette. Over the Naked, I know that it is. I've had it for 2 years, and I still reach for it all the time. So go figure. You can get it on Haute Look for like 20 bucks. It's usually 40, but when the balm is on there, they usually have these, and you can get it for like $20, and that's when I bought it, and I love it. Okay. There's so many things to talk about. It's so exciting. All right, so one thing that I have just recently rediscovered, and this is so exciting to me because I've had it all along, and I had no idea how good it was. Do you have anything like that in your lives where you've had something for a while? It might not even be makeup. It could be clothes, or I don't even know. And you had no idea that it was so good, and then you're like, what? Why have I had this so long and never known how great it was? This is the Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer, and they only have it in a couple of shades. I think at my Walmart they have 3, maybe 4, but I bought this a long time ago. It comes with a little concealer stick that I don't really use. It's like a pencil, but this, which I have in the shade Light, which I think is the lightest they have, is the most high coverage concealer ever. And what blows my mind about it is that not only does it conceal anything you got going on, but it actually stays put all day. It does not budge. I personally, with my skin, have never noticed any creasing. Now, I also set it with a powder. I usually use like, well, I'll show you what I use here in a second. But I always set it with a finely milled powder just in case, so I don't know how it wears on its own. But this stuff is amazing. And here's the kicker. Here's how I know I love this. I recently bought the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and once I rediscovered this, I reach for this every single day over the MAC one. And I love that MAC one, and it's a new purchase, so it's exciting, but still reach for this puppy. It's amazing. And the kicker is I didn't wear it today, and I mean, it's fine, but I noticed a difference. I was out and about today, and I wore the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer, because I hadn't used it, and I was like, I need to get some use out of this and see how I like it. So I used it, and it's okay, and it's nice, and I think it has a nice brightening, but it doesn't have as much coverage. So I looked in my rear view mirror, and I was like, wow, I noticed a big difference between when I wear that and when I wear this. This stuff is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so what I usually set that with lately has been this e.l.f. Mineral Foundation. Now, this is supposed to be for all over your face, and I've had a lot of breakouts up here recently, and I think it's because of another product I'm going to mention. But I've had some breakouts, and I put on my foundation, and it covered it pretty well. But I was like, I need a little something that was a little bit red, but I didn't want to coat concealer all over it, and sometimes, you know, that makes it look worse. So I thought, I wonder if this would work. This was perfect. I sweeped it all over up there, and it just covered the redness, but didn't highlight that area or anything. It was perfect. So really impressed with the coverage of this powder. And then on top of that, it's just a really nice brightening powder for under your eyes. So that's how I've been using it a lot lately, and I have it in the shade Porcelain, which I'm sure is the lightest one. I did have it in Light, which is one shade up, and it was a little too dark for me, so I really like Porcelain, and it really does a nice job of highlighting and covering that area and setting your concealer. It's a win-win situation there. So I think this is $5 or $6 on e.l.f.'s website, and you know they always have deals galore over there. Okay, so this is I love all of these things here. The next thing I want to talk about is the IPSY Flawless Beauty Primer. Now this I got in either an IPSY or a BOXYCHARM, and it is really, it illuminates your face. It is a primer. You can kind of see how iridescent it is. Can you see the iridescence of it? Yeah, there it is. It's just so, it almost, the first time I did it, I was like, it's a little darker than my skin tone. It's all shiny. I was like, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to hate it. I fell in love with this, and I never like products like this, ever. But I also just have combo skin, so I'm not super oily. I think if you're oily, you might not love it, but you might even still, because it provides just the right amount of iridescence, but it doesn't look shimmery, it doesn't look weird. You know how like sometimes it's like way too much? It's beautiful under foundation. I haven't tried mixing it yet, but I bet that would be beautiful too. But I really like it under. However, I think this is why I was breaking out up here. So I really just kind of stopped putting it up there, and I've just been leaving it, you know, like here, and it's been fine. So who knows? It's clearing up, and I'm still using it, so I just don't know. But I really, really like this stuff, like, a lot. And I keep noticing I've been loving IPSY products. I don't think I've ever received a IPSY product that I didn't end up loving in the end. That IPSY bronzer I love too, you guys know. So go figure. Another product that I was so shocked that I liked. Sorry, if I keep looking over here, it's because I've tried filming this video, and it kept being out of focus just in like the whole video. I was just out of focus. So I keep double checking. I'm like, okay, I'm good, right? I'm good, right? I'm good, right? Okay, the Ulta Blush. That subscriber sent it to me, that you guys know about. And by you guys know about, I mean I showed it in a video, and I'm still just floored because that was so sweet of her. And it's in the shade Girly, and it really reminds me of MAC Melba. It's just a really simple, very matte peach color. Wow, look at that. The pigmentation's out of this world. It's not powdery. It's amazing. And the thing that kills me is that, you know, Ulta's always having those sales where it's like, buy 2 Ulta products, get 50,000 of them free. You know, ridiculous sales for Ulta brand. And I always overlook them because I'm like, like, A, I have enough makeup. But also I'm just like, I never really hear that much about their brand, and I don't know. You know, I'm sure that some of them are good, but I've always just skipped over it. This makes me not want to skip over it as much, because this is amazing, and the packaging is nice and simple and sleek, and the pigmentation is amazing. And on top of that, when I wore it, the few days I've worn it so far, it stays on all day. It looks the same as when I put it on in the morning by midnight. I mean, it's amazing. So 2 thumbs up, Ulta, and thank you for sending this to me. You are so sweet. Not Ulta. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying. What am I talking about? Okay. So another favorite of mine is this moisturizer for your face. And it's the Avalon Organics Vitamin C Renewal Cream. And it's a really, really thick cream. It smells good. It smells so good. It smells like oranges. It runs from anywhere, I think, depending on where you get it, $12 to $17, depending on where you get it. They sell it at Meijer near me, but I bought it on Vitacost.com, which I'll link below. You can always get like $10 off coupons, and I mean, there's all kinds of things you can get from them. But I ended up getting it on a good deal, and it's just really nice. It's thick and moisturizing, but it doesn't, when I put it on in the morning before I put on makeup, it doesn't make my skin look greasy, you know, how some moisturizers do. So it's safe to use morning and night, which I love. It's super duper moisturizing, and it's just been really nice this winter, especially this past month, as the weather keeps switching back and forth. It'll be really, really cold one day, and then today it's 65. Tomorrow I'm sure it'll be like 30. Of course, that's the day I'm filming this. Who knows when I actually upload it. But regardless, it's been a lifesaver. I love it. I love the smell, and I love the way it looks on my skin. So, a million thumbs up for that one. Another favorite, I finally caved and bought one of the Maybelline, the new products, and it's their Master Highlight Blush. And I got it in the shade Pink Rose, and it's just this mosaic looking, you know, powder. And it's this really pretty, you know, I gotta swatch it on a different one because that's the one I had the other one on. There we go. It's this really pretty pink, and there's a swatch of it right there. It's a beautiful color, and not only is it a beautiful color, but it has this nice iridescence to it that I think is just, it ends up looking so flawless when you use a brush. I love to apply this with my stippling brush from e.l.f. just because it adds like the right amount of all of those colors, you know? And it's just beautiful. And again, the wear time on this is so impressive. It stays on virtually all day. I keep looking, I'm not wearing either one of these today. I'm a bozo. I should have worn one of them. But I just love this blush. I was so pleasantly surprised. I would say that I'm tempted to try the other colors, but I'm really not, just because I have so many blushes. But really, if you're looking for a new blush, look at this line. I really like this shade, but if you're not into pink, they had a bunch. They had bronzy colors and all kinds of different ones. So I loved that. So another favorite of mine, and this is an oldie but a goodie, is the Palladio Curls Rule Mascara. Gosh, I tried this out last year when Palladio sent me a bunch of products, and I fell in love with it. And I remember talking about it a lot last year, and then I kind of stopped. And then I was trying this again, and I remembered why I love it. The brush is small and simple. I mean, there's really nothing special about the brush at all. And the packaging is nothing to write home about either, you know. But there's something about this formula. Your curl on your lashes will stay all day. My lashes have never looked as good as they do right now. Of course, I applied this a million years ago. Not a million. I'm full of hyperbole today. Hold on. Hello. Hiya, handsome. Also, I'm filming a video right now. I think I might not edit this out. I don't know that they're gonna respond. They might be responding to you at home, but you won't be able to hear them. Well, I'm almost, okay, I'll see you soon, handsome. Do you still wanna go on a run? Duh, okay. Love you too, bye. So sorry. Okay, anyway, so this mascara, I just really, really love it. It holds your curl all day. I've never had a mascara that worked this well. And it's super, super black. I love it. The only thing is it gets a little bit of clump, like super duper clumpy, depending on when you apply. I mean, it's one of those really fickle mascaras. So the CoverGirl Clump Crusher I'll usually use to brush through clumps if I need to. Some mornings I don't need to, but it's just volume, black, and curled. I mean, it's crazy. This mascara is like, I don't even know. It's amazing. So the last thing I'm going to mention for a favorite is this CoverGirl, I almost said mascara, lipstick. And it's one of their Perfection, I don't know what they're called, but it's in the shade Eternal. I might have already talked about this in a video, but I love this lipstick so much. That's it right there. It's just the most beautiful bluish red wine berry color. I mean, almost don't even know how to describe it. It's so beautiful. I love the way it wears, and it doesn't have like an offensive smell. Right now I'm wearing a L'Oreal one. It's from that new line, and it's the Frida's Nude, if you know what I'm talking about. But anyway, And that one had, the smell of it gives me a headache. In fact, I have a headache right now. But these don't have an offensive smell, and I just think it's the prettiest color. Packaging is cute too. Super sleek, like a bullet. Anyway, so those are all of my March favorites. Hopefully that was helpful. I'll have links for, you know, some of the things down below. But I hope that was helpful for you guys. Let me know what some of your March favorites were, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.